It's a long call.
That was Rosey. Rosey's a crowned eagle, male crowned eagle. And the males call in a different way. Is a sort of a two-tone thing. The female go. So Rosey's 38 years old, possibly one of the oldest eagles in Africa. Super girl, look, I got some greenery for you, super girl. Yeah, here we go. You gonna behave, Rosey? Don't come in because she might go for you. You go! Look at this, Rosey. Good boy. No, don't you dare. Super girls. I talk to them with a sort of a baby voice just to appease them. If I come in here all aggressive, they attack me. So I'm being submissive as I possibly can. Anyway, she's huge. She weighs.
If Rosey attacked you, or how bad could it be?
Rosey, he's the small guy on the right there. That's life-threatening. And the big girl on the left there, she's 13 pounds. I don't know what that is in kilograms, but she's huge. I just weighed her the other day because we took him out to clean up the shed and give him a new nest. She's the one with that sort of worried. Beep, 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 beep. Rosey was the one giving that display call. And yeah, they're very active right now. They were mating when? This morning? Yesterday morning. Not bad, given that he's 38. Well, she's also the same kind of age as well. They've had, well, 11 babies, 9 of which we managed to successfully release. Had a few tragedies as well. But for the most part, all their young have been able to go off and breed, which is pretty unique. And one of the reasons for that is, again, we took them out and we trained them and we hunted with them, and we also released them together. They're actually like sibling, brother and sister, but they were able to work together, hunt together, and assist one another through the really tricky period of, getting associated with living in the wild. We've got one at Sava West, Finch Hatton, which still comes in nearly 12 years after release.
Oh. And so Rosey is sitting on a nest. What is he doing up there?
Rosey's, well, I'm giving him all this green leaf. He's going to come down and pick up the stuff and then take it back there and make a big show of building the nest. And that is an indication to the mate that they're getting ready. Sexually, they don't actually have any gonads. They don't even have any ovaries and testes. They have to tell one another what stage they're at, how sort of mature their gonads are at. So the more the intensity of nest building, the more that they show one another their intention. They synchronize their breeding to within about a 3-day week period. If they can't succeed in mating in that particular small window, they're never going to breed for that year.
Okay, tell me about Rosey's eyes.
Yeah, Rosey's eyes. He sort of became quite famous. I was delighted on the Wildlife Direct blog, wasn't it? And put out the appeal that Rosey needed to have an eye operation. He had cataracts in both eyes. We got immediately lots of money. People started donating. And I'm always a bit of a cynic, but literally within days we had it. And there was so much people were contributing, it was great. So he had his eyes operated by a human ophthalmologist down Graydon, and we had loads of local vets and good teamwork. Literally within the first few hours of him having the operation and recovering, he could see quite well. Unfortunately, he had incredible immune response, so that the fibrin, which is like a sort of a thick protein mass, has grown across the lens. So he had to have another operation to get rid of the fibrin growth. He had both eyes done, both of which got this fibrin problem, and one of his eyes is actually quite good. That's the one that Dan went in and reopened up a hole, and that's fine. The other one, his left one, has still got quite a lot of that fibrin growth growing there, and we are planning to use a laser on that, and so it's not invasive surgery, you just do it from the outside, bam bam.
And so after having his operation, he could see, and he couldn't see anything before that?
Before then, no, nothing. He literally, his last few months before the operation, he was totally blind. So he was outside on a perch. I had to go and talk to him as I approached him. He could feed by feel, I'd give him food by hand. Rosey and I have been together, for 38 years, so it's kind of tragic when you have something that's, more than you do your own parents or family of any kind, suddenly go that way. And it's great to see. I mean, look, right now he's sort of making a show of fussing with the nest and hoping that she's wonderfully, enamored of him. If they breed again, which I'm sure they will succeed, it's just wonderful to get back into having them breeding and doing what they should do and releasing their young, and it's worth it. They're an endangered species here, definitely.